Hello everyone. Today we will start and we will see the implementation of MySQL, how we can create our database in the MySQL, find all the execution of all the commands of MySQL. We will see today or in next coming few videos. If you are not aware about the database, just check out my last videos, because in last videos I uh, mention what is database, what are your data models, what are tables. All these things I already mentioned in last video, so watch out those videos. And data language, which data language we will use, these all you can see in the last video. And you can also watch out how to install MySQL on the machine. I already done that part also. Okay, now let's, if we done with the things, let's just start with today class. Now first of all, for creating any kind of database, open MySQL command line. Fine, for that write down MySQL, then open the command prompt. What here, your command line is asking for the password. Fine. Now enter the password that you entered, mention at the time of installation. Whatever password you mention there, just enter that password. Fine. After entering, press enter key. Now the window come here. Okay, so let's see how you can create any database. So yeah, we will see here create. Fine. Here you will see, for creating any database, what command you needed. Create, then database, and then the name of your database. Okay, so write down the name. I will write here school. Fine, because you all aware about the school, so we will create a database for your school. Now create database school, then put semi-comma, after that enter. It's saying okay, already the name, with the name already exists. Let's take some other name. Already there is a database with this name. Fine, we will take now bank. Now semi-comma. Yeah, now your command get executed. You will see here query okay, one row affected, because we are having a database with the name of a school already, so it will not create a duplicate. Fine. Now we will see the command use. Why we what the use of command this? Okay, we will see it now, student. What the use? What this use command will do here. This command is basically used for opening the database. That means, if you see here, we have here two database. One is your school and another one is your bank. But right now I created a database with the name of bank, but right now I want to switch to the other database, that is the school. Okay, I want to work on that database. For that database I will write use. Fine, I will write here use, and then write down the name of the database school. Okay, then after semi-comma, just it's a database change, means now you are working on which database, that is a school. Fine. If you want to drop any database, means to remove the entire database, we use drop command. How? We will just write drop, then database, then we will write down the database name. Okay, so we will drop bank because we have to work on the school, so we will not drop that. We will write down the bank one. Now you see query okay, 0 rows affected, and the timing, how much time it takes to execute. Fine. If you now you will write down use bank, you will get an error, because here here is no database with the name of bank. That's why it giving you error. Okay, but if you same thing you will do with the school, it will not throw any error, because we are having a database. Okay, So now let's create again one more database. So I will tell you the next command, how you can see how many databases are there in your MySQL. Create database. Again we will create bank. Okay, then semicolon. Yeah, it's saying query. Okay, one row affected. Fine. So I hope it's clear. The three commands are clear to you all. That how you can create, how you can switch to another database or by using use command, and how you can drop or remove the database. Fine. So now let's come to create a table. Okay. Now let's come how you will create a table. Just write down create table. After then the name of your table, I will write down, okay, for what any name you can give, student. Fine, we were creating a table for the student. Now what you have to mention here, if you see here, after that you need a column name. What the name of your column? Fine, here I am writing the column name first. My column name is roll number. Okay, so I will write down here roll number. After that, if you see here, it is saying that mention the data type of your database. Okay, so column name, data type and size, three things are very much mandatory if you are creating a table for any column. Fine, so let's start with the MySQL. So after roll number, we will just write down the what? The data type of roll number. I want it should be integer. Okay, so I will write down here int. Now I want that it should be not null. Means every time when you are executing, that roll number should not accept the null value. So for that I will write down here not null. Fine. Now after that I don't want to enter the value of roll number manually. I want the system will increment the value automatically. Okay, so I will write down here auto, then increment. Okay, increment. Now this field is completed. Next field I want for a student name, so I will write down student underscore name. Fine. Now this data type would be of varchar, because I want a variable length, so I mention here 100. Fine, so maximum limit, and I want this should also be not null, so I will write down here not null. Fine. Now after that, by putting comma, now I want one more field, that is your class. It will mention the class, whatever class you belong to. Again I will take the same data type, that is varchar. Fine, and I will write down here again 50. I will give the limit 50. Fine. Now again it should be also not null. Now I will again put the comma. Now next field I will take the admission date, at what date you took the admission, the student took the admission. So admission date, and I will write down here the date data type. Fine, again I will put the comma. Next I create my table but I want the primary, to set up primary key, because primary key is mandatory. Okay, so by setting, how you will say set the primary key, write down primary, then underscore key. Wait a minute, yeah, not underscore, key only. Okay, you will write down primary key. Then what field you want? Roll number. So roll underscore, the same name you should mention here, roll number. Fine. Now close the bracket, and the one bracket we started from here, so close that. put semicolon now and execute the command. So it take a time. Okay, now your command get executed. Okay, you create a table with the name of the student, and here you mention four fields, that is roll number, student name, class, and admission date. And roll number is your primary key. Fine. So you create a table like that. Now how will you describe a table? Okay, so for describe viewing a table structure, what will you write down? You will write down here, either you write down in a short form DSC and then your table name. So our table name is student, so I will write down here student. Okay, so it's showing you the structure of your table. And if you fully write down here full form of describe, then the same output you will get, describe. Okay, now the table name you can write here is student, then semicolon. Now again you get the same thing, same output as I told you. Now this is the structure of your table. You just create the structure of your table. So in what language this come, the structure of your table? This will come under the DDL language. What is DDL? Data definition language. So it's come under a DDL. This command will come under a DDL. Now we want to insert some data in my table. So how you will insert? For inserting a table data in your table, what you have to do, which command, insert into, then your table name, then the column in which you want to insert a value. Okay, so here you will write down insert into, then table name, then the values, whatever value you want to insert, and then just put down the semicolon. Now we will do it practically. So we write down here insert now into, find, after your table name is student. Okay, and after the student name values we will write down in capital letter. Yeah, first one is your what, roll number. Fine. So roll number, what, how you will enter the roll number? It's an what, auto incremented value. Fine. So for roll number I will enter here 1. Okay, wait a minute, I just scroll it down. Yeah, then I will write down, because we mentioned the student name, so I will write down here, let's write down Mahi. Fine. Now after this I have to write down the class. Fine. So again I will write down here class 12. Okay, and after this admission date. So for admission date I will write down here any date I will mention, like 23.08/2018. Fine. And then semicolon. Now I will close it, put the semicolon, and oh, it says already duplicate. Oh, okay, I already mentioned, so I will change here the value. Fine, I will just copy paste here, because it's a primary key, that's why you can't, it can't be duplicate also. Fine, so I will just change this value and I will write down here 2. Now I will execute. Say, see here, query okay, one row affected and one warning. Fine. Now you see, because I already execute one command on the table, and roll number is your primary key, so it cannot be null and the value cannot be duplicate. Fine. Let's see the things. Now how you will get the description of that table. Now you insert that much data you have to insert, okay, about the student, at least 10 columns in your database you have to enter. So after entering, you can see the table, how much data you store in that table. So today we will finish up here, and tomorrow we will start with some more query language. Fine. So I hope you will revise this and you will do it practically at your home, so you will not get any problem. Today I will finish here, and in the next class we will come with some more queries, some more database questions. Fine. So have a good day till time. Have a fun.